Good afternoon, everyone. It is me, it is Z. So I'm thinking about giving this little chat or vlog a name, and I think I'm going to call it Coffee with Z. I may not always get up early in the morning to do coffee, but I do try to have one thing of coffee a day. Um, just time to sit and kind of reflect and, just think about what's next. And so I asked everyone to give me topics, if they had any that they'd like to hear me talk about. Um, and I would do so. But one of the things I wanted to start off with is why I made the move to Florida. Um, Again, I've said in a few other posts before that living in Ohio wasn't it for me. Like, I did not want to be in Ohio for the rest of my life. I think the first place I lived, and I don't remember because I was, an infant, was Spokane, Washington. Um, I believe it was Champaign, Illinois. I do remember Abilene, Texas, as well as living in Brindisi, Italy. A lot of people don't know my family dynamics, which, I have no problem with speaking on. But, for a lot of people that do know me, they know my mom had me at a young age, and she got married as well at a young age, but she didn't marry my birth father. She married my three siblings' father, and he was in the Air Force. So that allowed me to be able to, travel. And my siblings don't remember the travels as much as I do. My baby brother, he didn't travel. He's 7 years younger than me, so he didn't travel like that. By the time he was born, they had settled in Columbus and purchased a house and, all that good stuff. But my dad, Giles, definitely afforded me the opportunity to catch the bug of traveling, which I love to travel. In the country, out of the country, it doesn't matter to me. I love to travel. So, again, I said living in Ohio wasn't it for me. But a lot of people remember I went on the road back in September of 2021, and I went with my boyfriend, fiance, husband. He calls me his wife, but it doesn't matter. That's not a here nor there. I went on the road with him and definitely enjoyed myself the whole time. A lot of people put bets out that I wouldn't stay on the road long, that I would be home in 2 months, that I was too bougie to be on the road and in a truck. And I am a bit bougie. I took Louis Vuitton and Tiffany on the road with me for the times that we would dress up so that I could be cute. But I wasn't that bougie because I actually enjoyed, roughing it on the road with my partner. And so I came back home to Columbus, and what I was going to do was move to Charlotte, but I ended up having surgery on one of my feet. I had really bad bunions. And people that know me, they know my feet were really, the bunions were crazy. But anyway, I had surgery on the right foot, and my son and my daughter-in-law, they gave me a grandson. And those who know me know that I don't like people keeping my grandkids. If it's not another grandparent, I don't want people just keeping my grandkids. I don't trust people. I owned a daycare for 15 years. Partly because I wanted to be at home with my kids while they were finishing up their middle school and high school years. After doing hair for over 20 years, I wanted to be at home with them, so I opened up a in-home daycare, very lucrative daycare, I might add, and was able to see them graduate from high school and go to college and all those good things. And then I was like, I love children, and at the time it was just the three grand girls. One, Mari, who lives in Michigan, and then Emmy and Jelena, and everybody was going to school. I think Jelena had maybe, she had another year to go, but Grandma Emma, my daughter-in-law's mother, she, took care of her until she went to school. But then, Junior was born, and so I wanted to be home for Junior so Junior could experience, being at home with Nani, and us having those moments, to ourselves. And but it was just time. I mean, he is 3 now, and I didn't get him to school. But I'm grateful that my father, has chosen to, help with him until he goes to school. But it was just time to leave. It was time for me to do me. I may not, I don't think I was a bad mother at all. I enjoyed every moment of pregnancy with both of my sons. I enjoyed, being a mom. I enjoyed, being a wife, and just all of those things that maybe most women don't enjoy, but I absolutely do enjoy being there for my family when they walk in the door. Dinner's done, the house is clean, and all they have to do is work on their homework or just do whatever they need to do for the next day. I don't have a problem with that. But we as women, we tend to forget who we are, and forget about ourselves. And having been married twice, I did that twice. And forgot about doing the things that I love to do, and again, doing me. And so it took a while. It's a lot of soul searching, and not wanting to hurt other people, because you love being around for them. But what about for you? What do you need as an individual? And I knew that I needed more than what I was getting, just staying in one place. Oh my gosh, it's hot out here. It's almost 80 degrees, and the way the sun, I'm going to have to move the chair around, and stuff like that, because like I said, I am going to do this on a regular, Coffee with Z. So, but anyway, it was time to go. I wanted to settle in Charlotte, and again, that didn't happen, and I'm okay with that. But my partner, after he came off the truck, he came to Florida, and it's been 5 years for us. We might have had, he doesn't consider it a break, but we had a little break in between after I got off the truck. And I think it was just more so we both needed time to find us and get us together. And so after my healing from my surgery, I decided to get a job, which was not, something that I didn't just have a job. I always worked for myself. Since I was 23, I was self-employed. Again, doing hair. I did go to school for real estate. I did take the test. I did pass the test, but I didn't do anything with it because I was going through separation and divorce with my first husband. And I had these 2 amazing sons who played sports and had different activities, and I was teen mom, enjoyed being teen mom, and I wanted to stay available for them. And 2 commission-based jobs or careers just wasn't it. That wasn't going to be. I didn't want to be away from my kids, so I was able to take them back and forth to school every day. That is until they got in the higher grades and they were able to take the bus. But again, it was just time for Zyla to take care of Zyla, because I have given so much of myself to my family. And we have to stop second guessing ourselves as wives, as mothers, as women, as to what it is that we deserve. Because we deserve to do what it is that we want to do, respectfully, of course. and as long as it's not hurting anyone else or ourselves, or causing damage, because we can get out there and think, oh, I just want to be me and la la la, and we do some things that probably are not the best things for us to do. So yeah, again, send me the topics. This could turn into a whole lot more, and that's kind of what I wanted to do, turn into a whole lot more. Like I said, I don't have a problem with vlogging. And somebody told me I was kind of a natural at it, which I don't know. When I'm comfortable, I like to talk to the people that I'm comfortable with. And so I call myself an introverted extrovert. So I do like to stay to myself and read and stuff like that. But again, when I'm around people that I like to be around, and our conversations are always great, I love to talk. So I will try. I'm wanting to turn that into something else. And yeah, it's hot out here, and I know y'all see me sweating. It's not just that glow off. Listen, I am sweating, like I'm sweating. So I'm going to go back in and finish my coffee. But what I think I'm going to do is kind of fix it up out here, so that I can make it, nicer, and do maybe a little background drop, or something, and maybe, cut off the shade some kind of way. Or shoot, maybe we'll turn it into a glass of wine with Zyla, the sip and talk or something. So, when the sun goes down. So, maybe we can do a morning and an evening, show. I don't know. We'll see. But after I start working, I'll be able to start doing what I need to do to get the things together to set up doing just that. So, again, send the topics in, things that you want to talk about, things that you want to hear me talk about. I've had a pretty interesting life, not a horrible life, but a very interesting life. I've been through some things. I've dealt with some things. Again, like I said, I've been married twice. I've got two sons, two amazing sons. I got four beautiful, grandchildren. I've got a daughter that I did not give birth to, but she's amazing herself, and so I don't have a problem with talking about, different topics. So yeah, send it in. If you know me, inbox me, and if you have my phone number, call me, and say, hey, Z, let's talk about this, or let's talk about that, or, again, I'm going to start writing notes, so that I'm not all over the place, because I can be all over the place. I feel like I have adult ADHD, because I cannot, my mind just goes from one thing to another, not on purpose. It's not what I mean for it to do, but it does. And sorry, I keep looking, people walking around, the pool is over there, and so I'm looking at other things. But yeah, I look forward to this. So again, inbox me, message me, text me if you have my phone number, and let me know some of the things you might want to talk about or hear me talk about, or and we'll go from there. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.